Hello everybody, and welcome back into another edition of Varsity Weekly on the Varsity Sports Show. I'm Anthony Remedios, here to catch you up on the final week of the Arizona high school football season and key playoff matchups. But before we get into the meat of today's show of Football in the Valley, let's check in with our Northern Arizona correspondent, Kira Robertson, who caught up with Coconino head coach Mike Lapsley and running back Jacob Klaus after their 82-0 win over the Flagstaff Eagles.
Hi, my name's Kira Robertson here at Cromer Stadium, where the Panthers just beat the Eagles in an 82-0 win. Coach, congratulations tonight on a shutout win against the Eagles in a rivalry matchup. Going into this game, how did you guys prepare all week and basically all season?
It was same as we do every week. We watch film. The guys really came together. It's a special week for them, and it paid off for us.
And I know this was a team effort, a team win, but what players stood out to you the most of this game tonight?
I think our seniors overall, and I think collectively they played together and it paid off.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on the win. And this is Kira Robertson with the Varsity Sports Show at Cromer Stadium. Hi, my name's Kira Robertson at Cromer Stadium, where the Panthers just beat the Eagles in a shutout win, 82-0, and I'm joined with player Jacob Klaus. Jacob, coming into this game, how did you mentally prepare for it?
Definitely not the season we wanted, but we all knew it was our last game. We're going out with a bang, and we did just that.
And going off of that, what is one word to describe this game tonight?
Memorable. I'll never forget this. I know no one else here will either.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on this win. I'm Kira Robertson with the Varsity Sports Show at Cromer Stadium.
Thanks, Kira, and congrats to both teams for a great season. When looking at professional and collegiate sports in the Valley, fans saw several big events this past week. Arizona State men's hockey swept Alaska Anchorage at Mullet Arena this past weekend and extended its win streak to 5 games as they begin what is sure to be a challenging 6-game stretch with 2-game series against Clarkson, Minnesota, and Denver, as Clarkson narrowly missed the NCAA tournament last season, and Minnesota and Denver are currently the top 2 teams in college hockey. In the NFL, the Arizona Cardinals got back in the win column yesterday with a 27-17 win over the division rival Los Angeles Rams. But that wasn't the Cardinals' only event of the week. Varsity Sports Show reporter Noelle Blumel is here to recap their Women in STEM event and brings us inside Desert Financial Arena, where the ASU women's basketball program opened its season against NAU and welcomed new head coach Natasha Adair.
The Arizona Cardinals hosted a Girls in STEM Appreciation Day here at the Arizona Science Center. Nicole Bidwell, Kelvin Beecham, and Arizona Cardinal cheerleaders joined 30 girls from Sunland Elementary School on Tuesday for a science-based field trip. There, they watched live demonstrations and participated in experiments with girls who are passionate about science.
I love how it can prove stuff, so it always gives an answer.
The Cardinals mostly focus on charities that support women and minorities, so this program of introducing concepts to young girls in a fun and educational way was the perfect match.
Well, what I hope it will lead to is the curiosity to want to go and explore, want to go and discover, and want to go and experiment, and let it kind of take you wherever you want to go.
In addition to the experiments, Bidwell and Beecham presented a $10,000 check to the Arizona Science Center in support of their Girls in STEM scholarship program.
As we know, STEM is the future. STEM is the future of Arizona's prosperity and competitiveness in the world. So they feel it's very important to support these girls in the Arizona Science Center.
We're fortunate to have great community supporters, including the Arizona Cardinals. So the ability to receive funds to help support that program is unparalleled.
The future is bright for these aspiring young scientists. Adding to the trend of impacting the community beyond sports, we have Arizona State women's basketball. Changes seem to be one of the few constants for Arizona State athletics, most recently with women's basketball. New head coach Natasha Adair led the Sun Devils for the first time in their 2022 season opener on November 7th. Adair was hired in March when former head coach Charlie Turner-Thorne stepped down from her role after 25 years.
Well, it's kind of disappointing. She's been around the university and coaching on the sidelines, so we enjoyed watching her coach, and the teams were always pretty athletic. And So we'll miss Charlie, but it's for another time for someone else to take over the reins.
Former head coach Charlie Turner Thorne left nothing short of a winning legacy here for Arizona State women's basketball. But new head coach Natasha Adair has already made her mark, reaching a vast audience that impacts more than simply basketball.
But I'm excited that we have a black female coach because she looks like me. I think it gives them a seed of hope. I think it lets them know that they can do it, that they can get up to this level, and that people are going to support them and that they'll have people that look like them.
In addition to fans, some players have expressed their optimism under Adair's reign so far.
I mean, it's just great. Her energy and mindset for the game, she just knows what it takes to win, and I think that she does a good job of keeping us calm, and, you know, sometimes we need to get yelled at to get that energy going, and I think she does a good job of just balancing it out and helping us get the win tonight.
Yeah, she really cares about us, and she knows what to say when it counts, and tonight she just coached a really good game.
The season opener between the in-state rivals did not disappoint, as the teams traded leads more than 10 times and were tied 6 times over 40 minutes of back-and-forth ball. The Sun Devils trailed the Lumberjacks 55-58 in the fourth quarter after the Lumberjacks went on a 10-2 run to close the third. Junior guard Ty Skinner put up the second highest points of the game for the Devils with 12 and executed a huge three-pointer to open the fourth and trail NAU by 1 at 60-61. But it wasn't until junior guard Jaden Simmons sealed the Lady Devils' fate with a final lead change of the night with 20 seconds remaining. Stepping to the foul line with the Devils down by 1 at 67 to the Lumberjacks 68, Simmons sank both free throws to put the Devils over by 1 point and end the game 69-68. Additionally, a combination of Skinner, Simmons, and sophomore forward Meg Newman forced 17 total NAU turnovers, 6 coming from the fourth quarter.
I mean, yeah, it's junior season, so it's time to step up. You know, obviously lost a lot of people, but now we still have players that can score and all that, but I know I just have to continue to be a leader in order for the team to be good.
This new team became closer today, grew together today, and you learn about your team, you learn about each other in the war. And we were in a battle today against a really good NAU team, and I'm super proud of how hard we played to get the win.
For Varsity Sports Show, I'm Noelle Blumel reporting.
Great work, Noelle. Adair's first season in Tempe will certainly be one to follow closely this winter among several other storylines within the Sun Devil program. It's time to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be bringing you the latest in high school football from our Varsity Sports Show partner schools, including coach and player interviews, highlights, and more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short word from our sponsors.
In 2019, the JV Sports Show podcast began with the idea of spotlighting young people in our community. In time, that podcast evolved into radio, television, and live stream, and through that evolution, new ideas have enhanced delivery, giving a stage to students both in front of and behind the microphone in Arizona and beyond. Thank you for supporting the Varsity Sports Show, now the Varsity Media Foundation, a 501c3 educational organization. Chris Scott of RE/MAX is Central Oregon's best realtor for anyone thinking of a vacation home or relocation. He's our very own born and raised Phoenician who moved his family to Central Oregon nearly 15 years ago. Contact Chris if you're thinking of exploring beautiful Central Oregon. It truly is living at its best. 541-999-5614. Proud partner of the Varsity Sports Shows, it's Dylan. Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Welcome back, everybody, and thanks again for tuning in to Varsity Weekly on the Varsity Sports Show. It's been a hell of a season for Central High School quarterback Dominic Bagchi this fall. he's had 33 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions, leading the Bobcats to a 9-1 season and the 11th seed in the 5A state tournament. Bagchi was our player of the game Thursday night after defeating Camelback 27-19. Our very own Vince DeLisio was on the call for that game and had a chance to catch up with Bagchi after the game about his performance.
All right, here with quarterback, Central Bobcats, and region champion now, Dominic Bagchi. Dominic, when you came here, you obviously transferred here. There wasn't much to start with, and you see all this work, the pinnacle tonight. What did it take to get here?
I mean, yeah, it took a lot of hard work, a lot of talent, or a lot of time, a lot of hard work and a lot of time. And there was a lot of times where we didn't know for sure if this was going to work out, but we just had to keep working. Could never really look back and have any regrets, just kept working, kept grinding, and then it all worked out in the end. So
Be truthful with me. It's just me and you here, friends. Be truthful. When I met you at camp in July at Camp Shadow Pines, you remember that? Okay. What were you thinking at that point? Were you thinking region champions?
I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. I think I was very, very tired that day because we were in camp and Coach had us up early running timed laps. So I don't really think.
Just trying to get through conditioning at the time. You weren't thinking this far ahead.
No, I don't think this far.
Okay, all right. Well, so you're getting ready for the postseason next week. You know, your future is going to be decided, at least in the short term, in the next couple of days. You got some butterflies now thinking about that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's super exciting, obviously, going to the postseason. I haven't been since freshman year, and I didn't really play, so it's obviously different to go and play in the postseason. It's a hell of an experience, so I'm super excited, yes.
For those people that are starting to jump on the bandwagon now with Central Bobcat football, what can you say about what people can expect out of your team next week, first round of the playoffs?
I mean, where we're gonna bring the energy. I mean, we've never been, so stage is not too bright. We got nothing to lose, so.
All right, well, there you have it. The 9-1 Central Bobcats, region champions, first time since 2009. Player of the game for tonight's game, Dominic Bagchi, quarterback. Dominic, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vince. Now we're going to take you to Central High School, where Varsity Show broadcaster Elia Harriet is here to give us the recap of Saguaro's 14-10 victory over Brophy Friday evening and where they ranked in the 2022 AIA State Tournament.
I'm here with head coach of the Brophy Broncos, Coach Jason Jewell. Coach, what did the team work on in practice defensively to slow down the Saguaro offense?
Oh, we got to form tackle number 4. He's their dude. I think if we are able to, I don't want to say stop him, but if we can contain Ford from making some plays and breaking tackles, I think we'll be all right.
And then what are you going to be looking for from your team in these opening minutes?
We got to have energy. We got to match their energy. I mean, we have a lot to play for. If we can pull off an upset, we can host a playoff game, and I think it's huge for our kids. We don't want this to be the last one on this field for our boys, for our seniors.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
Here with head coach of the Saguaro SaberCats, Coach Jason Mons. Coach, these last few games your team has really stepped up defensively. What have you liked from your team on that side of the ball?
Well, we play hard. I think we got good team speed. We've been really good against the run, and early in the season we'd play great for the first 2 downs, and then we'd give up big plays on third down. I think we've been doing a better job on third down, done a better job of limiting explosive plays, and I think they're playing as a unit. They're communicating really well, so it's been a big part of our success.
And tonight's the last regular season game. What are you going to be looking for from your team against this Brophy team?
Well, Brophy's a good team. I think they're better than their record shows. They've played good teams tough all year long. And so we need to come out and play to our level. We need to treat this like we've been treating games for the last 6 weeks, which are must-win playoff-type games. And like I told our guys, we need to expect a fight tonight. They're going to come out and fight us. It's their last home game before they go into the 6A playoffs. And, we've got a lot to prove. So good team. We need to play to the level we've been playing at. We need to play at playoff caliber level. And this is our last tune-up before it's win or go home.
Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
With the score tied 7-7 at halftime, the SaberCats needed a boost from their offense in the second half. The sensational sophomore Dejon Hitton did just that with an 80-yard touchdown run to give his team the first lead of the game. And after the extra point, Saguaro took a 14-7 lead. Late in the fourth quarter, the score would be 14-10 after a Brophy field goal. The SaberCat defense needed a stop, and Christian Nunnally came up with a crucial sack to ultimately end the game as the SaberCats would go on to win 14-10. It was a defensive display between the two teams. but when it mattered most, Dejon Hitton delivered offensively for his teammates.
I'm here with our player of the game, Dejon Hitton. Dejon, you had the game-winning touchdown tonight. What was going through your mind going into that end zone?
Well, I just knew our team was down and we needed a score, and we faced adversity the whole year, and sometimes I wish I had the moment to score, and once I saw that hole, I just turned it on from there. And when I was in the end zone, I don't know, it was like I turned into reality, and I just love playing for my team. I'll do whatever for us to win, and it might not look like we did our best, but we still fought through adversity and got the dub. So from here on out, we're just going to get better, and for the open playoffs, just grind it out from there and hopefully win this state championship.
And, what is going to be that adjustment for your team going into the open playoffs?
We just need to stay disciplined. We underestimated our opponents, and we just need to come out with more fire and more energy.
Okay, thank you, Dejon, and congrats on being our player of the game tonight.
Thank you.
I'm here with head coach of the Saguaro SaberCats, Coach Jason Mons. Coach, tough win tonight for the team, but what did you like defensively from your team, late in that fourth quarter?
Well, we got stops at the end when we needed to. That's the key, and our backs were to the wall a little bit. We were not playing good. Turnovers, turned the ball over on our last two offensive possessions, minus taking the knee at the end. So, you can't do that when you got a chance to pull away. You can't put the ball on the ground. But we got stops when we needed to. In the first half, we gave up long drives, and it was kind of like the keep-away game, and that makes it really tough to get in a rhythm offensively. But I thought in the second half we settled in and got the stops that we needed.
And going into these playoffs, what is going to be that adjustment for the team?
Play better. I mean, we can't get the penalties we got tonight. It was really lopsided. I thought there was some key missed calls, but the penalties were killers tonight. The turnovers were killers, and we got to get off the field. We've been doing a really good job. We talked about it before the game of getting off the field on third down. In the first half, we didn't do that, which is why I think we only had 3 offensive possessions in the first half. So, we got to get stops. We got to get off the field, and then we just got to be more efficient on offense. We've been playing good offensively in big games for a while now, and that was a step back. So we just got to get back to attention to details and having a little bit more urgency.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey everyone, I'm Aliyah Harriet with the Varsity Sports Show. The SaberCats are officially in the open playoffs and will face off against Hamilton in the first round. The SaberCats end the season with a 7-3 record, while Hamilton ended the regular season with an 8-2 record. Both teams are familiar with each other. They met in the open playoffs last year, where Saguaro went to go on to win the state championship title. The game will take place on Friday, November 25th at Hamilton with a 7 p.m. kickoff time. You don't want to miss this one.
Thanks, Aliyah. Vincent and Aliyah will both be on the call for Saguaro's opening matchup in the Open Division on November 25th. Canyon View has had quite the roller coaster this season, and despite a 3-4 start, the Jaguars will make a dance to the postseason. Ryan Blank spoke to Coach Garrett's and several players after the game on Thursday.
On Thursday, Canyon View held their senior night as they took on Agua Fria with a berth in the 5A state playoffs on the line. The Jaguars showed up, dominating the Owls 48-0. After securing their spot in the 5A state playoffs with a huge win to close out the regular season, I caught up with head coach Nick Garretts after the game.
The defense was phenomenal. Had a pick 6, 5 total turnovers. What did you think of their play tonight?
Yeah, defense game. It's another week we're talking about the defense and their performance. And again, Coach Hull and that defense staff is getting ready to play. I thought they did a really good job tonight of stopping them and shutting down things that we've been working on in practice.
And then offensively, you saw Bo hit Damari Colbert for 2 big touchdowns, great throws. What have you seen from him in his progression, not just the past couple weeks, but throughout this entire season?
Yeah, I think our receivers and Bo's have been doing a really good job of stretching the field vertically, and something you and I have talked about. And we feel like our speed on the outside is really good, and that's where our playmakers are. So we really want to try to stretch it vertically, and they're starting to understand the concepts.
And then when it comes to the rankings and being sectional champs, what do you think a win tonight does for that?
We're in the talk. That's all we wanted. We just wanted to be in the talk, and so now it's up to the rankings, and we'll see where we are Saturday.
On offense, Bo Devins threw for 242 yards and 3 touchdowns, including a pair of TDs to Damari Colbert. I caught up with him after the game.
Damari, 2 big touchdowns, 34 yards and 22 yards. Were those design routes, or did Bo put you in some hot routes?
I believe it was just the team. You know, you need to line the block for the quarterback, make a pocket, and you need receivers to make a play. So I believe it was just a great team effort at the end of the day, you know.
And then throughout this year, it's been different guys. It's been Varvel, it's been Lang, and now it's been you. Different guys have big games at different times. What does that say about how deep the receiving room is?
You know, our receiver core, it's unbelievable. I mean, everybody has their own skill set. They could make their own plays. So I wouldn't be surprised if any of these guys, you know, become big next year.
And with it being senior night, how did it feel to go out, have a big game, and help your team get such a big win, knowing that there's a lot on the line?
Felt great, man. I mean, just to cherish this moment with my team, just one of the best feelings in the world. Can't describe it.
The defense led the way for the Jaguars, limiting the offense of the Owls to under 50 total yards and forcing 5 turnovers. I spoke with senior star linebacker Keegan Landis following the game.
Keegan, huge night. Defense played great. What was it like being out there on the field knowing that the offense for Agua Fria couldn't do anything?
It was great. Coach Ho puts in a great game plan for us every week, and it's just our job to go out there and execute. And with it being the emotions were high, senior night, it's great to see the guys come out and just get a win and put our heads down. And we'll see what happens.
And with you being a senior, last game here at Canyon View, at least at home, how did it feel to have a big night and see you guys get such a big win?
It feels great. If we fall short or whatever, it feels good to end the season on a right note and with all my boys. You know, they always have my back, and I'm just grateful for all of our coaches and just our whole staff and team.
A lot on the line. Sectional championship, making it to the playoffs. What do you think tonight was such a big win? What does that do when it comes to the decision that comes down to whether you guys are in or not?
I think that we should definitely be a team, but I mean, it's not up to me, obviously, so we're just going to have to wait it out and see Saturday what the rankings are.
One of those 5 turnovers was a 93-yard pick 6 from linebacker Brock Berea, who returned to action after missing the previous game against Goldwater. He and I caught up after the game.
Brock, missed last week due to a suspension. How did it feel to be back out on the field tonight?
Felt amazing. I missed it a lot.
And you came up big. You had a pick 6 when your defense really needed it backed up. How did it feel to make that play?
It felt great. I felt like I was running for a while, and the sprinklers came on. Didn't even feel real.
And for this defense, a great game. How did it feel with it, knowing that you're not a senior yet, but to go out with such a big win for those seniors?
I just love playing with my boys. They're my family. Just wanted to set them out right.
The final rankings are out, and the Jaguars are the 14 seed as they take on 3-seed Higley on Friday in the opening round of the state playoffs.
That was Ryan Blank with the recap of Canyon View's shutout win over Agua Fria on Friday night. But Canyon View and Saguaro won't be the only Varsity Sports Show teams that will be featured in this year's playoffs. After a 31-14 loss to Castile Friday night, Corona del Sol finished their season with an 8-2 record, earning the 3rd seed in the 6A bracket, where they will host Mesa High School this Friday at 7 p.m. In the 5A bracket, 2nd seed Desert Mountain will host Verado, and number 5 seed Horizon will host Gilbert High School. Both games will take place at their home sites this Friday at 7 p.m. You can visit azpreps365.com to purchase tickets and to find the latest information about the 2022 AIA football postseason. And that's all the time we have for today, folks. It'll surely be a very interesting week in sports around the Valley. We thank you all so much for tuning in to Varsity Weekly on the Varsity Sports Show. For all our reporters and crew, I'm Anthony Remedios, and we'll see you next time.